The life-changing moment for 90s icon Tiffany Thiessen. Find out if men and women really can be just friends. How to dress like the cast of Mad Men. Welcome to Life Love Shopping. I'm Andrea Jackson.
And I'm Michelle Yarn. We're talking to the creator of the 8-Hour Diet.
Okay.
This will totally change your approach to weight loss, for sure.
The 8-Hour Diet. Okay. And also, if you are a new college grad, or you're unemployed, or you're just ready for a job change, we've got the secret to landing your ultimate dream job. Yeah, stick around. You've heard the saying, timing is everything, and now thanks to a new book, the Book of Times, we know some of the best times to do all kinds of stuff. The author, Leslie Alderman, compiled data from hundreds of studies to offer insight into how we spend our time and how to get the most out of it. Best time to exercise, you ready for this? Between 6 and 8 p.m. when body temperature is at its peak, meaning your muscles are more flexible.
Happy hour.
Well, the best time, Michelle, to have a cocktail? Between 5 and 6 p.m. So before you go to the gym.
Oh, have a cocktail, then work out.
Yes, that's when your liver is the most efficient at detoxifying the alcohol. Heart attack most likely to happen at 7 a.m. Not a good time to have a stressful conversation or argument or maybe some morning action, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Best time to get pregnant, well, docs say sperm are friskiest in the late afternoon and early afternoon, or late morning and early afternoon. And best time of your life, your post-midlife crisis years. Believe it or not, people aged 60 to 70 have the highest levels of happiness.
So if you can just power through that, then you're going to be happy.
I suppose by the time you hit 60, you've done it all and you don't care anymore.
Absolutely. Well, we talk about age. How about the age-old debate? This continues. Can men and women really just be friends? The answer ultimately is yes, but there is a catch, and it's not easy, okay? A recent poll by Match.com found 34% of respondents said one person always develops feelings for the other.
True.
It is true. It's absolutely true. Now listen, different scenarios come with different challenges, so here are 3 possible scenarios. The first one, there's no mutual attraction.
Okay.
So nobody's into each other. No worries here. This is a good spot to be in because when 2 people are not sexually attracted, there's no tension, which means a successful and supportive friendship is possible.
Okay.
Let's say only one friend has romantic feelings for the other.
Trouble.
I think this is usually what happens, right? If you're attracted to your bestie, well, in order for this friendship to work, the person with the crush has to understand and accept there is no romantic future. Now, if both friends feel the love, warning, even if you can't pursue it, friendship is possible, but only if boundaries involving the significant others are respected.
Too risky.
Yeah.
Especially if you're both in your own relationship.
Yeah.
And if you start to have feelings, both of you mutually, then it's time to reevaluate the relationship you're in.
Absolutely. And you got to ask yourself, is there any benefit to you guys being friends, really? Or is it just an excuse to hang out with each other?
Exactly. Nowadays, it's not enough for celebrities to just have a hit TV show or movie. They must attach their names to clothing lines, fragrance, now beauty products.
Here are the top celebrity beauty lines in stores right now.
Flower by Drew Barrymore. She's the former face of CoverGirl and is the latest to join the cosmetic club. Flower has 181 products in the collection, ranging from eyeshadow to nail polish.
Wow.
There's also Nuance by Selma Hayek. She's the actress and mom behind the beauty brand Nuance, an impressive array of cosmetics, including hair and skincare. And CoverGirl Queen Latifah has her own line. She raps, she acts, she sings, and she serves as one of the many beautiful faces of CoverGirl. Now she's got her very own Queen collection with products designed for women of color.
Well, Mad Men fanatics, this is including Andrea and I, we are so ready to release our inner Joan because Banana Republic has its very own Mad Men collection. Check this out. Enter Mad for Mod. Now, this is designed exclusively by Banana Republic in collaboration with the costume designer from Mad Men, Jamie Bryant. Now, it's a limited edition collection. It's got a modern take on the 1960s style with a new twist. I love it. Love that dress right there.
That is adorable.
Right?
Oh, I love her hairdo, too.
It's really fun, inspiration. And what's cool is these are classic-looking outfits, too.
Yeah, and the style is accessible. So even if you bought just one piece, you could really change it up or make it look not so 60-ish if you wanted
Right, you don't
to.
have to look costumey.
Love that. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Oh, like it does.
So we're going shopping.
Okay, done. Fast forward to the 1990s, and you have all kinds of fashion trends and iconic styles. Our very own Rachel Kay caught up with one of the most iconic stars of the 90s at the Global Pet Expo. Check it out.
When I wake up in the morning and the longest out of water, I don't think
Depending on your age, you either know her as Kelly Kapowski, Val, or Elizabeth, but we all know her as the actress Tiffany Thiessen, and she is here with me now. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for taking time to talk to us.
Thanks for having me.
Now, you also, besides being a very successful actress, you're an animal activist now.
Yes.
So tell us about Embark and Sergeant and the whole thing.
Well, I really have always been an animal lover and an animal activist probably since I was little. My dad really truly was the one who kind of instilled that. He worked for the city and was always bringing home strays, and that just kind of gradually went into me getting older, and when I became, wanting to have my own pets, I always went to shelters and to really get my pets, and I have 2 dogs currently and a cat. It was really wonderful that sergeants came and asked me to partner with them on this beautiful, wonderful initiative and campaign called Embark on Pet Health, and really trying to kind of, empower people and teach them to be more mindful of their pets and not forget them, and really kind of, teach them the tools about making sure they get their exercise and going to the vet and not forgetting them. And I know it's very easy to do when you're a mother and a parent, and your whole world becomes all about the child.
Now, thanks to your Funny or Die video, you're really, really busy.
So, not only am I directing, producing, and doing all the voices for the live-action cat comedy, I'm also working with NASA on a new fuel cell for the next space shuttle. Gravitational waves to push the shuttle. Okay, I'll go over this again.
You're
Very
working with
busy,
NASA, you're working with Embark and all these wonderful things, but you're also really busy being a mom to Harper.
Yeah.
What is the greatest thing about being a mom? What do you love most?
Gosh, literally waking up every morning to her saying, "Mommy."
Aww.
She's my whole world. She's the light of my life, and I knew I was going to be, of course, in love the moment we met, but I really had no idea how much love I could have for a child.
Yeah.
And I think it's made me a better person. I know I love seeing my husband as a father now. He's amazing. And it's a role that I honestly has been my favorite role so far.
We talk about White Collar.
Yeah. As usual, we have a massive cliffhanger and a crazy last episode that kind of will be jaw-dropping as well. Can't give you any secrets, of course.
All right.
I can tell you it's going to be very entertaining. Yeah.
All right, I have to try. You're really a 90s icon. I mean, I was looking online, and there's that one picture of you with, like, the suspender and the high-waisted jean, the bandeau top. I mean, that's on a T-shirt.
Oh, yeah.
You're like that's like the Farrah Fawcett photo of you.
Oh, wow, I didn't even think that.
Don't you think? I mean, no, really. I think a lot of people grew up with you, and have watched you over the years. How does that make you feel?
Try not to think about it. I honestly don't even think about it, It's kind of surreal, honestly. It really is. I mean, when I was doing the show and continue to do the other shows that I've done, it's just been a great fun job. I really never looked at it more than that. And I've been fortunate to work with great people, and the fact that I can say I love what I do is a rarity too.
It's funny. I mean, Justin Bieber showed some love for you, wearing your shirt, wearing him on your shirt.
Yeah, and I'm sure he's never seen my show before, so.
Well, yeah, he's a lot younger. Who would you relate to, the characters that you've played? I would think you're more like Val or more Kelly. What do you think?
Honestly, the role that I'm playing now, Elizabeth, would probably be the closest to myself on White Collar right now.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having
we really
me.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
And if you want more on Tiffany and her campaign with Embark and White Collar, we'll link you up on lifeloveshopping.com.
When I wake up in the morning and the laundry's out of water, I don't think I'll ever make it on.
Oh, great stuff, Rachel. Thank you. We'll also be sharing Tiffany's views on life, love, and shopping throughout the show.
You gotta love her,
Yeah,
right?
my goodness. I wasn't quite sure if that was Baywatch or 90210.
I'm like, no. It's the summertime. Every summer they go and all of them work at the same resort, remember?
Yeah, okay, got it. It's call coming back to me now. I got the peach pit confused with something else.
Yes.
All right.
Well, coming up, but how young is too young to start making money?
College grads and the unemployed, we've got the secret to scoring your ultimate dream job. That's next.
Treat others as you would want someone to treat you.
Who or what is your greatest love? Or greatest love,
I would definitely have to say my greatest love is my family, for sure, absolutely, and that includes my animals as well.
Welcome back to Life, Love, Shopping. Babies change everything in your life, including your marriage, but if you're expecting a child or you're thinking about expanding your family, you need to listen up because here's what you can really expect. You might start hating your partner just a little bit or even get snippy. You could resent him for going to work while you're at home with the baby. It's called baby blues. I went through this, and I'm telling you it's normal, but you should get help if you think it's postpartum depression. Another change, you probably won't nurture your relationship thanks to a lack of time and attention. You should plan a date night, but let's get real, you probably won't. But don't worry, it will get easier to tear yourself away from baby eventually. Sex, probably going to become a distant memory. You're going to be exhausted and overwhelmed. Just make sure you communicate to your partner what's going on so he doesn't think the lack of action is his fault. Also, you could love your baby more than your partner. Okay, maybe not more, but it will be a different kind of intense love. Just remember, your partner loves your baby too.
Almost 12.2 million Americans are unemployed. Many of those are millennials, recent college grads. So here to help all of you without a job find one this year is millennial lifestyle expert Chelsea Cross. Hey, Chelsea.
Hello.
Welcome back. Happy New Year to
Thank
you. So let's talk about this. I know it's really tough because while you're in school, you're focused especially, and of course the job market is not good. You've got some suggestions starting with time management.
Time management is extremely important, not just for job hunting, but for all aspects of life. But for those of us who are applying for jobs or looking for jobs, it's a full-time job, and you have to take it seriously. You have to, make sure that your resume is ready. You have to make sure that you're ready for your interview and polish up on your skills, but also take the time to really look through all of the job listings on websites like resumebear.com, for instance, and utilize their platform to make the job hunt process a little bit more easy.
When it comes to the resume, one page?
You know what? I really think that varies depending on what your genre of work is, but there's so many ways to brand yourself. And that's what you need to take into consideration with putting your resume together.
Okay, you said a very important word there, branding. You must create a marketing campaign.
Yes, when you're applying to jobs, think of it like a marketing campaign. You are your own brand, and you're selling yourself to make you look like the best fit for that job. There are so many amazing ways to brand yourself, whether it's a social media presence, a website, a blog, a demo reel, depending on what type of area you're looking to apply for a job. For my work, for instance, in broadcasting and reporting, I need to have a demo reel. For somebody in music, it would be great to have an album or some sort of CD put together. So don't just have a resume. Don't just have a piece of paper. Show how you could brand yourself on all the different outlets that are provided to us because of the amazing internet.
So you mentioned social media. It can make or break you really when you're doing the job search.
So Career Builder came out with an amazing survey that showed 40% of future employers screen all social media sites and even Google your name before they accept you to the position. So this is extremely important. Even college students applying to college, there was another survey showing how a lot of people will screen your, Facebook and Twitter about even before letting you go into the college.
Wow.
So it is extremely important, and just as important it is to brand yourself and have a social media presence. Make sure, all of those high school pictures, middle school pictures are deleted. You have yourself looking best and ready to go for that job interview.
Okay, so clean up your social media and also put a Google alert on your name so you know what's being said out there about you.
And make sure the message is coherent between all of your social media sites. On your Twitter, don't be the goofster, and on your Facebook, be the professional you.
Great tip.
Make sure it's coherent across all social media sites.
You say also to do your homework.
Do your homework. I mean, this is the most simple thing. Going into an interview, there are so many ways that we could research the brand or the company, even their social media sites. Know what they're doing at the moment. Know what they have possibly planned in the future or some of their previous projects, that you can go in there and carry conversation on your own about the things that you know already about the company. You're going to really impress them. Ask questions, keep eye contact, and know your stuff.
Some great advice, Chelsea. Thank you. Boy, that'll get you a job. If you don't have one already, for more information, just head to our website, lifeloveshopping.com.
Good luck.
So speaking of working, how young is too young for kids to start working? Worldwide, more than 250 million children work 12-hour days or longer in industrial-type jobs. They're making bricks, burning charcoal, mining, making explosives. The legal age, though, for work in the U.S. is 16 and 14 for some grocery bagger jobs. Now, if your child wants to work, make sure they're mature enough to handle it. Parents tend to expect their children to mirror their own experiences. But as long as the work doesn't affect their health or their schoolwork, it's considered a positive move. I started working right around 15, I think.
Did too. Yeah, my parents said that they would buy me a car as long as I paid for the gas and the insurance.
Love it.
So I had to have a car, and it's good. It teaches you some responsibility.
Absolutely.
It's a checking account up. You kind of get into the swing of it.
And I think it depends, too, what type of job it is. I was babysitting, so it's easier hours. It's nothing crazy. You know? So, yeah.
All right, let us know what you think. Coming up on Life Love Shopping, why cheating on your spouse is being called the new miracle diet.
And, hey, if infidelity isn't your thing, how the 8-hour diet can slim your waistline, coming up next.
These days, now being a mom, I sadly don't have as much time to shop for myself. I do love to shop for my daughter. But I'm a definite, because of the quickness and the easiness of it, I'm an online shopper, I have to say.
So it's that time of year when people say, I'm going on a diet, or I want to lose 10 pounds by Valentine's Day. And the latest weight loss plan to hit the market says you're not what you eat, you're when you eat. Joining us now is co-author of the new book, The 8-Hour Diet, and editor of Men's Health, Peter Moore. Hey, Peter.
Hey, Michelle.
So I've got the book here. I got to say, it's different than anything I've ever heard or read. It focuses on skipping breakfast and then eating only during an 8-hour period in the day and then fasting for the other 16. I mean, how does this work in helping us lose weight?
Well, let's look at all those other diet plans that have failed America. We're in the middle of an obesity epidemic, so it's really good that we've got something that's working with a new mechanism, one that I personally know is effective because I've lost 15 pounds on it.
Wow.
So the way it works for me, I'm actually in a fasting period right now. I'll have my lunch today at about 1 or 2 p.m. Then I'll be entering my eating phase, so that will go from, say, 2 o'clock until 10 o'clock. I'll probably have 2 meals, then a snack in the middle, maybe a dessert at the end of that period. Then I'll go into a 16-hour fast in which I'm, drinking liquids, but nothing with calories in it.
Okay, so how does that work in losing weight? I mean, is there any calorie counting involved?
There is no calorie counting involved, so everybody can put away their calculators. There's a really cool scientific or biological process that's going on here. Just in a nutshell, all of us store about 2,000 calories of energy in our livers and in our muscles. If you are in a fasted state, your body burns those stored calories first, but then it goes after body fat for its main energy source. So over the course of those 16 hours that you're fasting, you'll typically burn through the 2,000 stored calories in 2.5, 3 hours. And then for the remainder of those 16 hours, you're burning fat for energy. And that is where the weight loss comes from in this diet, is burning that fat so that you'll become slimmer, better looking, and weigh less at the same time.
See, and I had always heard that when you do something like this, your body, whatever you eat, will immediately cling onto it because it goes into like a starvation mode. Is that not coming into play with this?
No, it isn't coming into play, and that starvation problem happens more when you're on a restricted calorie diet, the kind that most people tend to go on. You're burning muscle and storing calories on the typical diet.
Got it. Okay, so is this more of an entire lifestyle change, or is this a diet plan that lasts a certain amount of time?
Well, I think that all of the scientific research about dieting shows that any plan that you go on should be something that is a lifestyle change, meaning you can stick with it for the rest of your life. And based on the results I've had in the last year from this, I'm never going back to the old way I used to eat.
Wow. So is this something you do 7 days a week then?
No, actually, interestingly, I was on this 8-hour diet for 5 days a week, and then one evening over dinner, my wife complained that she thought I was getting too skinny. So then I dialed it back to 3 days a week. That's the plan I'm on now, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
Thank you so much, Peter. We appreciate it. It's definitely an interesting read. The book is called The 8-Hour Diet, and it is available online and in stores right now.
Yeah, we like our boys with a little meat on them. That's just the truth. We all know fad diets, fasting, and fat-burning underwear don't help us shed the pounds. However, turns out being like Diane Lane in the movie Unfaithful could be the secret to losing weight. New survey from undercoverlovers.com, that's a source, isn't it? Reveals cheating men lost an average of 6 pounds, while women lost 10. It's a reminder of what having an affair can do to your body. Researchers explain the stress and excitement of having an affair produces hormones which aid with your weight loss. The idea of being with a new lover can encourage people to get in shape, which explains the weight loss as well. But there is a downside to the adulterous diet, aside from the obvious. Men who cheat are at a higher risk for having a heart attack. Now, there's something else, too, that the New York Post exposed
Crazy.
called dayusehotels.com, and they are catering to day-use hotels in the city of Manhattan where you can rent a room for a couple of hours.
It's a little classier than renting by the minute, I suppose.
Yes, they specifically highlight hotels available between 9 and 5 for a couple of hours at a specific rate, and apparently it's become quite popular with the Ashley Madison crowd.
It's like it's a trend now,
Yeah.
adultery. It's crazy. And it's funny, too, because here's an idea. Let's say you want to shed some pounds. Maybe you and your hubby do a little role-playing. You book a day at the dayusehotels.com and buy yourself some new skivvies, and you're good to go. And nobody loses, right?
Yeah, and now with the day use hotel deals they've got going on in New York City, customers are paying between 30 and 70% for a 5-star hotel room.
Quite the deal. I might use that just to use the pool for the day.
Yeah, right? No kidding.
All right, well, here at Life Love Shopping, we always want to connect with you. So when we're not on TV, stay in touch by liking our Facebook page. Follow us on Twitter as well at Life Love Shop.
Thanks for joining us. That does it for Life Love Shopping. We'll see you next time.